Juan Bautista Basset y Ramos, also known as Joan Baptista Basset, was a Valencian military man who led the revolt of the Kingdom of Valencia against Philip of Anjou during the War of the Spanish Succession as leader of the Maulets, Valencian supporters of Archduke Charles of Austria. Biography. Basset was born into a family of artisans. His father, Joan Basset, was a carpenter, sculptor and gilder of images and altarpieces. His mother was Esperanza Ramos. He served as a professional soldier in the Austrian army of Archduke Charles of Austria, who was later crowned Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire as Emperor Charles VI with the support of George de Darmstadt, the Prince of Hesse. Basset sailed with the Anglo-Dutch fleet that carried the Austrian candidate to take over as King of Spain in 1704. After the capture of Gibraltar, the Allied troops landed in Dania on the 17th of August 1705. Within weeks, Basset y Ramos, serving as general of the Austrian forces, arrived in the city of Valencia, where they proclaimed the Archduke Charles of Austria as King Charles III. In February 1706, he organized the defensive Hartiva, victoriously rejecting the Bourbon troops. Basset captained the Valencian revolt against the absolutist and centralizing government of Philip V, joined the demands of the peasants against the nobles, and the merchants and artisans of the cities aligned with pro-trade elements in the Netherlands and England against the power of the French. Thus they became chief botifulers Maulets against supporters of Philip of Anjou. Basset y Ramos was tried and imprisoned by King Charles, whom he served, in consequence of promising Valencian farmers exemption from fees and taxes. Following the defeat in the Battle of Almansa on April 25, 1707, he was released to organize the few remaining forces loyal to the Austrian an impossible task, and to gather troops to defend Barcelona, which delayed the fall of the city until September 11, 1714, 10 days after the capitulation. Despite the promises of James Fitzjames, 1st Duke of Berwick, not to retaliate, Basset was arrested by the Bourbon troops and taken to Alicante, and from there to various prisons, such as Hondarribia and Segovia. He died in Segovia January 15, 1728, being buried by charity by the Jesuits. On his deathbed he received notification from Emperor Charles VI of his rise to Field Marshal Lieutenant of the Imperial Army.